Have you ever noticed sometimes where we can end up caring really deeply and that the caring eventually becomes a burden to us, and then we end up feeling stressed out? Let me give you this example. My wife and I have this friend, this close friend, who's been helping us around the house. And he had told her that he would basically fix certain things around the house. There was the water heater issue, and we weren't getting hot water. And so he had told her that he would fix this. And him and I are sitting in a car, and we're driving. And I said, "How are you doing?" And he said, "Well, I'm actually pretty stressed out." And I said, "Tell me about it." "Yeah," he said, "I'm a people pleaser." And I said, "What do you mean by that?" He said, "Well, it's like I tell people I'm going to do things for them. For example," he said, "with the water heater with your wife, I told her I would get it done, and then I ended up having to work late hours and I didn't get it done. The rest of my week is filled now, so now I can't stop being stressed out about it." I said, "Well, that sounds harsh. Have you talked to her?" And he said, "Yeah, I did." "And how did she respond?" "Well, she's okay with it. She's understanding." I said, "What's the purpose of caring? Because you seem to care really deeply about this." And he goes, "Yeah, I do care." "Well, it's obvious. What's the purpose of that?" He said, "Well, it's to do something good for other people. Like, I care about you guys. I care about you getting hot water." "Okay. And if you go further, what's the purpose of doing that act of service to us?" And he stops and thinks and he goes, "Well, because it makes me feel good about myself." Exactly. That is really the true reason why we do this. And I said something that I think shocked him there. "Well, it doesn't appear that you're caring right now." And he said, "What? What do you mean?" "Well, look at it. You said that the reason that we want to care deeply about other people is that ultimately it makes us feel good about ourselves. But right now, you're not feeling good about yourself. You're feeling stressed out about yourself." If we pause for a minute, how many of us do this? We put this condition, being a caring person equates doing a service. But then when we're not able to do the service, what happens? Then we don't feel good about ourselves. It means that it's tied to the action itself. Then I said to him, "Have you ever thought of this for a second? Let me give you a different view of what could actually be truer than the experience you're having." He said, "Okay, all right, let's take a look. I'm actually having an experience that you are a caring person, and you don't need to do one thing for me. Why is that? Am I just making up a compliment here? Am I just trying to make you feel better? Or is this a deeper truth that is real?" And he stopped and looked at me and said, "You're saying that you have an experience of me being a caring person, and I don't have to do a thing for you." "That's right. Why would that be true?" And then he reflected on that for a minute. "Well, because you've known me for a while and you've known how I act and what I do. Yes, your actions have demonstrated for sure how you are a deeply caring person. But what I'm referring to is that you think that being this caring person depends on doing the action. I'm actually with you knowing that I'm already having that experience right now. You are a deeply caring person, and it's not based on doing that action. What would happen if you actually disconnected that belief that somehow, this is the monkey mind story that we make up about ourselves, is that you're basically, through the stress that you're having, you're basically telling me that in order to be a caring person, you have to do this act of service. And if circumstances prevent you from doing that act of service, then you're not that caring person. And I'm asking, is it true? Now think of it about ourselves and take a moment and reflect on how many times we do this with ourselves. How many times do we seek to be someone that we are not connected, that we actually are that person already? This is what the monkey mind does. It just leads us to believe that the person that we believe we should be or that we want to be lives somewhere in the future, like it's out there in the future. Just like my friend was thinking, he wasn't aware of it, but his monkey mind made him believe that here it is. It's in the future somewhere. Just keep doing the act of service and eventually you'll be a caring person. And that's completely unconscious. Is it really true? It isn't true. Imagine if we can actually come back to a deeper truth, which is an experience that we're having right here, right now. And it takes quite a bit of awareness of observing this mind that keeps chasing a version of who we think we should be based on doing the right thing, but the right thing is never enough. It's always like another and another. My invitation to you is this: pause for a moment and reflect. The next time that you want to do something caring for someone, before you even do the action, just pause for a second and reflect. Do I need to do this action in order to be this caring person? Or am I already this caring person? And then what happens is that everything settles in the body. Now you're connected to yourself. If there's something that resonated with you in this conversation, it's not just meant to be information. The real transformation can happen when we actually practice together how to live authentically, how to live beyond the monkey mind, how we actually learn to feel safe, to be just who we are. So if that excites you, come and join us. I've created pods in avivelavi.com. You can find the link as it will follow, and join us so that we can actually make connection a priority in our lives. Thank you for listening.